for the northern part of the country. And here lives about 20,000 people. Look at the heart, or the red lights.
Oh yeah.
That is to welcome you, of course. In front of the main shopping street is also a heart where people are standing there inside and have a photo taken of them. There was a discussion here recently, a few weeks back, that there were the authorities here, they were saying this, are going to stop this red heart in the traffic lights because it's disturbing for particularly foreigners driving here, or they just run over the street to take a photo of them. So they were planning to quit this and make them just red. But this was protested by everybody in the country, not only those who live here, also in other parts. We simply like that, and that's so that it's special for Akureyri. The main shopping street is on the other side of the buildings here on your right hand side, and up from there, in a minute as we continue, you see the steps up to the church. And you have been in Reykjavik, so you have noticed the church in Reykjavik, which is so towering over the downtown area there. Hallgríms Church, that is the biggest church in Iceland actually. But these two churches were designed by the same architect, or it was the state architect, the first Icelandic state architect. Both of them are sitting high up above the downtown area, and kind of symbolizes the symbol for these towns. And Guðjón Samúelsson was the name of this designer. He was the first Icelandic one. Iceland was under Denmark for 500 years. So this was a young architect in the beginning of the 20th century. He was very inspired by the Icelandic nature. And after having been under Denmark for 500 years, people simply liked everything that was so Icelandic. And he's very often inspired by basalt rocks, column rocks that are quite common here in Iceland. And that is these steps on Hallgríms Church in Reykjavik. That is basalt cliffs. On your right hand side is a black house with white windows. This is the oldest house in Akureyri, from 1795. And all these houses that are here are in the style of the old houses. If you build here new houses like the ones on the other side of the lake, they have to be in this older style of houses in Iceland, with the pointy roofs and because this is called the inner town, so this is the old town in Akureyri. So Akureyri simply developed from here and out to north. And here is the airport in Akureyri, which is now an international airport. Now it's possible to fly directly from here to London, to Copenhagen. Instead of the inhabitants here. If they were taking a weekend tour to London or Copenhagen, this is something that is so popular here. They would have to drive 5 hours to Reykjavik, stay there the night, and leave the next morning. So it's at least 5 days trip, not 3 days, like it is for us who live in Reykjavik. So that's really nice, and hopefully in the future the tourism in the winter time particularly is going to grow more here, because they got their international airport there. You can do a spa, but there is another spa here in a minute on your right hand side. It's the forest spa. This spa is new, and it's simply here because we're going to drive through the tunnel there, and when they were building the tunnel, they opened the tunnel maybe 10 years ago or so. And they kind of hit a hot water wane, do we call it in Icelandic? Suddenly it was flushing out millions of liters of, or tons of thermal water from the side of the tunnel. And the tunnel is actually always with a temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Because the side of it is heated up.